turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment, that's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time in it. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hundreds real blues, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They try to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she Mother Nature's my first shorty. Watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. But I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah, hit boy, we got another one. Ha! Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry, hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible.
Yeah, so that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been tell you the dash on wood. Then payments the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. So I threw the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck up in the truck and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner at nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo bagging, y'all coming up short. Take a recess, this a heat check. Yeah, shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years, the vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys, I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source, I don't even write anymore. Yeah, get it and drove like it's whipping the stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone backbone sure. Belly been take it, the dash all wood. Then payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan, I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real. Let's explore the moment. Ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, you would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics, buy site P90X. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like the flex. Bust down, bust down, bust down. AMG, no bust now. Amiri jeans, SB dunks with a Fiends tee, no button down. Respectfully, that's for me, you don't down. Round if you wanna, round if you wanna. It's lifestyle, not for you, but it's for me. Bozzy.
Boz, I'm gonna go without the ad-libs. In the booth and I like proof and I don't understand what got into me. Got a couple of truths that I bust out the roof if I'm ready to ride on my enemy. And you rappers just stole my identity, and I really know why you ain't feeling me. With Tiffany, and they restore my agility. And I'm never rehearsing, I'm making the verses like Swizzy and Timothy. Never provoke with the go, cause I want all the smoke, you can call me a chimney. And I really want, but I settle for, I just aim at ready to Whittles Peak. Aim at your head when I kill a beat. Spaghetti and shells like Italy.
Never let a wishbone grow, wear backbone sure. Belly been take it, the dash all wood. Then payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan, I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real.
Alright, now close your eyes. Think about your wildest dreams. You ready?
And you still couldn't do this.
Gangsta Brazil.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it here, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this. Wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in their pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
Told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking.
complexities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like,
hey, how you doing? I ain't too bad.
ha 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 ha. Hit her with a few fake laughs. She talking my ear off. It's sympathy I lack. I care about one thing. Where the at? Anyway, gotta pay a little more. We late to the jet, got a jet cause the boat leave at 8. And we got some fur on the upper deck in the orchestra. Gon' play a score for every album project. You ain't scared to change cause it's ain't coming out your pockets. My food is slick. I'm rude a little bit. Don't be acting so power. Oh, your girl, let it put so much into tonight. And you just don't care. Now stop playing games, gun. Bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Tonight, just don't care. Playing games, gun, bring your downstairs.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we'll see the Colts burner at wide receiver. He was a game breaker last week, over 200 yards receiving. It's the Colts and the Monarchs, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Indianapolis Colts and the London Monarchs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. The numbers for Jackson in last week's game: 16 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain and leaves it with third down and just a yard to go. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. They'll run on first down. It's Griffin. We'll get this up to about the 44. This defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. They'll look to throw here. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 41. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, anytime you send your kicker out to try a long one, you got to figure that the defense, they're on guard for something like that.
Well, I like the way that you're thinking, because that's exactly what defenses practice when they put their special teams out there. Long field goals, most of the time you're not trying as hard to block it as you are to prevent a fake. And in this situation, that didn't fool anyone.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some...
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. The Colts hit a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Bush. And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's the option going right. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one in the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll go with a keeper. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Colts have taken the lead. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line lower than the defensive front.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
2nd and 15. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Indy set to go on offense once more. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Okay, ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
2nd and 11. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Let's go now. Roll, roll, roll.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up, you better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Second and 5. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. This offense back to work now late in this first half. But not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
Here we go, set!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Rice. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still two.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just...
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's 21-3. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. .4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, and that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. C.D. Lamb, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. The Steelers trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. On on now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for our home team, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both teams making their final adjustments. We're closing in on the second half. And for the Colts, let's get you back over to London, where we rejoin Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Colts to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bush. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Bush trying the middle. Down he goes at the 23. A pickup of 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start here with Jackson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, He can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Second and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective one.
Touchdown! Garrett Wilson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Monarchs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, they'll throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They run up the middle with Bush. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Bush. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
2nd and 4. Now they go screen. It's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Colts add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. London about set to take over on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll look to throw here. It's Jackson again on the reception. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd. I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. On the move past the 40. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
When I see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset, this is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Monarchs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. A give. This is Bush. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
A good push there from that offensive line as Sailor's able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on the first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, no,
Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On the ground with a tight end. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's go now.
This is Bush. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Delay of game.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. They'll hand it off to Bush, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
London about set to take over on offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
So it's a win here for the Colts, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, he was definitely the X factor. He had 3 touchdown passes, ran for another, and really had this defense grasping for straws throughout much